Hello everyone. So today I was exploring how to connect to Google Calendar and access the events data. So I find two solutions. So one is very straightforward. A lot of people usually do. So I have my web application running. So in that web application, I want to read the user calendar data and show some details related to events. Okay. So for that, I'm here in my console.cloud.google.com inside the API cloud auth platform clients, and I want to create a new client over here, the web application. So just provided my name and the URL of my website, and the basically currently I'm doing testing in my local, so I provided my local host as well, and then the redirect for the local host and for the actual where this will be live in the production. So once this is done, save the details, and I have created the secret as well. The secret has been created and the details is in my local machine. So coming back to how I will use this web application. So basically in my code using this the secret which I have downloaded, I have provided some details over here. So this is the URL you have to call, very simple. uh, Redirect URL is the one which I have provided in the web application, the same one for the local testing. So once this is production ready, I will remove this part and replace with the actual this one, sorry, this is the actual redirect URL. So this part I will remove it till from h to r. I'll replace it with the actual one, the production one. The scopes which I wanted to read: calendar, profile, and the email. And then the client ID over here, the client ID is the one which I get from the file which I have downloaded. And all the response type, these are the details provided by the Google. So what I have to do, I can give it to any user this URL. Once this URL has been opened, your Google account, whichever Google account has been signed up, you will be asked to choose or create a new one, use another account. So in this case, I'll use this, the huddleup.ai. So my app is still in the testing phase. I'm not development like the production ready, so app is not verified yet. Anyway, I will continue. So again, few things. Okay, I have already done this couple of times. So if you are doing for the first time, you'll get a checkbox here, like which all the permission and the checkboxes you can allow or disallow according to you. So these are the permissions, the scopes which I wanted to access: the calendar event, the profile information, and all. So just continue. But before that, I will just open the inspect. I want to show the network tab as well. So before hitting, my server is running in my local machine, and my front end is also running. So once everything is done, the code is generated. It will call the redirect URL of my local machine. So where this is the code that will be hit, and the code will be come to this part. And once I have the code, I will fetch some details and pass it to my backend API. So let's just continue. So this is my backend API is getting called. As you can see, localhost. This is my port on which my backend is running, the Google Calendar. Okay, so everything has been done because I'm not, after redirecting, I'm not doing anything. So that's a blank screen, no error in the console and all. So let me come back to the API. So this is the API which is getting called. So I have the secrets and all in my environment variable. Then after that, simple, create the OAuth client, and then call the Google API and get all the data like the user information, the calendar event, and all. So these are like what I wanted to do. These are like pretty straightforward, and then I am saving this detail back to my database. So I can just quickly show you. So these are the bulk that I'm doing. So the main part is that use this OAuth URL. You will your front end will call the backend with the code and the redirect URL. Verify the details using the private key. You will get the private key over here. Using the secrets and all, you will able to validate the client and get the data. So just let me quickly show you the response. This is the JSON which I received. So this is the access token and the refresh token of the user, and the calendar events and all. So everything has been received over here. So this is one of the way through which, this is a very basic way like a lot of people use, provide the using the OAuth URL. So but my requirement is that for an organization, if there are more than like 100 users, so this is not possible for me to go and give each user this to do this action, go to the OAuth, provide the scopes and all, continue, then I'm able to access. Not possible for everyone. So another way is that I can ask the admin. um, I will provide admin my service account, and the admin has to go to his admin Google account and add that service account. So just quickly let me show you. So I have already created a service account. So very basic, you don't need to give any details, just give the name and then done. You don't have to do anything over here. This will be enabled after some time. After that, one service account has been created. Another thing is that create the key as well. So here just I have created the key. Once you create the key, it will be downloaded in your local machine. Okay, so once the keys are being generated, one more very important step over here is the domain wise delegation. So if you normal Google it, you will get this word as well, domain wise delegation. So what you have to do in this case, what whosoever client you want to read the data, example some ABC client, you just have to give this client your client ID and ask the client to give some scope. And once the client provided the scope, you'll able to access the data. I'll quickly show you. So just one second. Mm, I'm trying to fetch the details. Hmm. One second. Just give me 1 minute. I've deleted that image, so I have to retrieve it again. Where it is? Yes, there you go. To quickly download this. No, downloads. Yeah, I'll bring it over here. Sorry for wasting 2 minutes of your time. So basically, okay, what is this, man? Okay, so anyway, so I asked my admin, so this is my the admin of my company, asked this admin to go to his admin account, go to security, access and data control, then API control. First time you will see some option over here, domain wise delegation. Click on that. Once you click, you will get this box. Everything will be empty over here. Create add a new one over here, and the client ID and the scopes which I wanted to read. So the client ID is the same from the service account, the same client ID and the scopes which I wanted to read. So he basically added this in his admin account, so I can access any user from this workspace, Google, his or her calendar event data. I don't have to manually go and ask. So this is very cool thing. uh, so let me quickly show you that. So let's say I wanted to add this user data which belong to the same workspace, typoapp.io. Okay, any even though this user don't have any information like I'm able to access this data, but the admin has already provided it to me. Coming back to my postman, I'll call this API. So in this API, basically, some very simple. The once I have the service account, so okay, let me tell you the keys part as well. So once the service account has been created, you can also create a key over here. Once you create the key, the details will be downloaded. So basically, I'm using the same key information over here using the JSON is downloaded, which is in the same directory of my code. And this is the like the basic protocol of this API, how you want to call it. So here the JSON scopes, the same scope which I have added in the ask the admin to add it in the admin account. So I cannot, if I try to access something else, this API will give me unauthorized. Okay, so once this has been done, now it's running in my local. Okay, the response has come over here. Let me hit it 1 second. So this is the response I'm printing in the console in uh, the postman response. You can also see the summary. Let's go and check the summary of this user. Summary, sorry. So there are three events. One is tech catch up, second is a personal log, and third is a dev call. So I'm able to access this client, this user calendar events, all the meetings and all, how his calendar is behaving. So this is very interesting. Second thing is also very interesting. I am able to access this user account data as well. So even though this user is belonging to some different workspace, I'm able to access it. So how this is being achieved? So as I said before, very simple. You have this client ID over here, uh, the same unique ID of the client ID same. Ask the admin of any other workspace. So in that case, there is some different. I asked one of my friend, so he also did the same thing. He came here, do all those things, domain wise delegation, added this client ID and the scopes, and able to access that client users data as well. So I'm quickly show you this as well. So there are two events for this user. Okay, one is the tech catch up and second is the dev call. So and the user is, where is the user? This is the user. Let me search it. This is the user, the events for this user in the Google Calendar account. So these are the two steps. The first one is pretty simple, OAuth, using OAuth. Second is using the domain wise delegation. So this is the first time I am using this and testing this, so I thought it will be better if I explain with the audience as well. Yeah, thank you for